The Cowboys didn't lose this weekend. They also didn't play thanks to a bye week. America's team has not made the playoffs since the 2009 season.
Right now, the Cowboys are at 5-5. Jan Crawford spoke with owner and general manager Jerry Jones after last week's lopsided loss to the New Orleans Saints. It's a story you'll see only on CBS This Morning. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning, Gail, Charlie, Nora. You know, it was a pretty extraordinary conversation during some challenging times. I mean, the conversation started off really light, but then it quickly turned serious, and Jones was both reflective and emotional. Is it true that you have a flip phone?
Do you want me to get it out and show it to you?
I want to see it.
It was an image that launched 1,000 tweets. The billionaire owner of the Dallas Cowboys talking on a flip phone.
I'll tell you this, it's free of hip dialing. You can have some pretty confidential conversation and not get overheard by the cameraman by talking into this flip phone.
So why not upgrade? You're sitting here in a $1.2 billion beautiful building, and you got a flip phone. What does that say about Jerry Jones?
Well, it's how you have a stadium worth 1.2 if you'll watch your pennies and use flip phones. You can't have it all.
But these days in Dallas, no one thinks they have it all. America's team has won only one playoff game in the last 17 years, and fans blame Jerry Jones, who insists on wearing two hats, owner and general manager.
You must hear the criticism people have, or do you just block it out?
No. As a matter of fact, I probably listen to more talk radio than anyone.
Do you really?
I think I love the pain.
You do.
I recently was, after a serious loss, I was doing a lot of blood work, and they said, we want to be sure and get this nurse in that really knows how to be gentle and get it done quickly on the first time. And I said, this morning I need one that needs to try it 10 times. I want some pain.
Literally, this happened.
And I did. That happened. And I need to cry a little bit. And so that's not a bad thing.
The hurt.
And certainly criticism hurts, but it fuels your ambition. It makes me think I want to show them.
Jones is clearly a man who believes he can show them.
So does the Cowboys owner ever think about firing the general manager?
My experience has been that the closer your top management is to the man that writes the check or the man that is the financial backbone of the team, the better operation you have.
To Jones, victory always is in grasp. He's the rare NFL owner who has had success as a player. He was co-captain of the University of Arkansas 1964 National Championship team. Frank Broyles was the coach. And today, at 71, Jones still draws on lessons learned.
Our coach would have us hold up our hand when the fourth quarter started and put four fingers up and remind us that we're not pretty anymore out there. We don't feel good. Our noses are bleeding in some cases, but this is the time to get it on. Well, that same coach was one of the biggest caregivers that anyone has ever seen regarding Alzheimer's with his wife, Barbara. And I had a chance to talk to him, and I said, Coach, you still got us holding up those four fingers, and you're showing us some more how to operate in the fourth quarter. And I said, it isn't fun anymore, and nobody's as pretty anymore. But we all got to really go when it comes time in the fourth quarter to be there.
What does that mean to you, the fourth quarter? And I mean, even when you think about now, I mean, this is not easy times for you here in Dallas.
Don't be surprised if you're maybe a little hurt. Don't be surprised if you can't get to the corner fast enough. That shouldn't surprise you. It's the fourth quarter. You used up most of that in the first three quarters. But somebody's going to win this thing, and the one that wills it, the one that understood how he got there, and the one that understands what he's dealing with, he'll be the winner after the fourth quarter.
You're not going to give up?
Of course not. And as a matter of fact, the stadium is a perfect example of the optimism that I not only have for the NFL, the future, but the Dallas Cowboys. And by the way, I'm hell-bent to be a part of when we prayed into this thing with the Super Bowl trophy. I want to be right there holding it up with everybody else.
And that is very much Jerry Jones. He's this eternal optimist. He really sees no obstacles. He believes he's going to get that Lombardi trophy back as owner and general manager, and he is not going to leave until that happens. He's 71. He sees a long run in Dallas, and he told me he hopes to be doing this, Charlie, Nora, Gail, another 15 or 20 years.
But there's some who ask, is Jerry Jones the problem or the solution?
Well, that's the big question. And he, of course, believes that he is still the solution. The confidence that he has that he can build this team and run this team, I think is at this point still unshakable. He's an old oil man. He told me, you know, you hit a dry well, but then the next afternoon you strike oil, and he thinks he's going to still strike oil in Dallas.
Well, he's built a beautiful stadium. I hope he gets to see a Super Bowl there.